Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Commerce with Namita. I am Namita Mane. In today's video, let us see example number 2 of profit prior to incorporation. So, on the screen you will see example number 2. The question is as follows. So, I will read the question. So, in question number 2, it is given that Blooms Decor Limited Bandra was registered on 1st Jan 2019. That means registration means Blooms Decor Limited was incorporated on 1st Jan 2019 to purchase the business of Star Decor as on 1st October 2018 and obtain the commencement of business certificate on 1st July 2019. The accounts of the company for the year ended 31st September 2019 disclose the following facts. So first point is sales for the whole period amount to rupees 4,80,000, of which 60,000 relates to the period from 1st October 2018 to 31st December 2018. Next point is given the trading account for the year ended 30th September 2019 showed the gross profit of 1,92,000. And third point is the following is the profit and loss account on the for the sale for the year ended 31st September 2018. So this is the profit and loss account for the year ended 30th September 2019, credit side and debit side. Okay, and last they have asked you are required to find profit pre and post incorporation. Okay, so we have to find the statement showing profit prior to incorporation and profit after incorporation. Okay, so here they have given the income and expenses in the debit side, and in the credit side they have given the gross profit. So first of all we have to make the working note. In working note, 3 dates are important. Why it is important? Because we have to find time ratio and sales ratio. Okay, and these expenses which are given in the debit side and in the credit side, we have to allocate these expenses or income on the basis of time ratio and sales ratio. Okay, so in my first lecture I have explained you, I have showed you the table of basis of allocation, like fixed expenses will be allocated on the basis of time ratio, variable expenses will be allocated on the basis of sales ratio, and there are some expenses which are only applicable to pre-incorporation and for post-incorporation. Okay, so you check that you watch that video. So link of that video you will find in the description box. Okay, so first we will write down the important 3 dates, that is date of purchase, date of purchase. So when the Decor Limited was purchased on 1st October 2018. Next date is date of registration, means date of incorporation. When was Decor Limited was incorporated? Date of registration means date of incorporation. So on 1st Jan 2019, Decor Limited was registered. 1st Jan 2019. Next is date of financial close. Financial close was on 30th September 2019. Okay, so these 3 dates we have got. On the basis of these dates we have to find how many months are of pre-incorporation and how many months are of post-incorporation. Okay, so from the date of purchase to date of registration, how many months are there? 1st October November, December. Okay, so 3 months. And from 1st Jan to 30th September 2019, how many months? 9 months. That means from 1st October to 31st, from 1st October to 1st Jan, these 3 months are of pre-incorporation, and from 1st Jan to 30th September, there are 9 months. That means these 9 months are of post-incorporation. Okay. So now next we have to find time ratio. Time ratio. So pre-incorporation and post-incorporation. In pre-incorporation, that is 3 months. And in post-incorporation, how many months are there? 9 months. So 3 ones are, 3 threes are 9. So we got time ratio as 1:3. Okay. Next we have to find sales ratio. Okay, sales ratio pre and post incorporation. Now read the first point. The sales for the whole period amounted to rupees 4,80,000. So total sales are 4,80,000, of which 60,000 relates to period from 1st October 2018 to 31st December 2018. So from this 4,80,000, they are saying that 60,000 are related to period between 1st October. 1st October is what? Purchase date. To 31st December 2018. That means registration, incorporation of the company had happened on 1st Jan. Okay, 1st January 2019. That means from 1st October to 31st December 2018, the sales for pre-incorporation is 60,000. Okay, so this 60,000 is related to pre-incorporation. And remaining 4,80,000 minus 60,000, remaining is 4,20,000. Okay, 4,20,000. So 4,80,000 minus 60,000, because 60,000 is related to pre-incorporation and remaining is 4,20,000. It is related to post-incorporation. So 6 ones are 6, 7s are 42. So sales ratio is 1:7. Okay. So we got time ratio, we got sales ratio. Now next what we will do, we will mark the expenses, in which basis this expenses has to be posted. First is managing director remuneration. It is to be given to post incorporation. Primary expenses post, time, rent, time, bad debts, and down there is hidden adjustment, that is of which 1,400 relates to book debts created before 1st Jan 2019. So tick mark, it has adjustment, hidden adjustment. Then administrative salaries, it is to be given on the basis of time ratio. Then interest on debentures post, depreciation on plant, time, office expenses, time, formation expenses post, commission on sales, sales ratio, telephone charges on time ratio, advertisement sales ratio, traveling expenses sales ratio, interest to vendor. Okay, interest to vendor, and down they have said that at 6% on 2 lakh rupees from 1st October 2018 to 1st March to 31st March 2019. So this is the hidden adjustment. So tick mark them. And last is 2 dividend on share. So this expenses we have to allocate on the basis of post. And next to the credit side, it is gross profit brought down. 1,82,000 we have to give on sales ratio. Okay, so now I hope you have understood that which items will go on which basis, like time ratio, sales ratio, post and pre incorporation. Okay, so first is what? Managing directors remuneration. This entry we have to give to post incorporation. No, first we will distribute gross profit, and this gross profit we have to distribute on the basis of sales ratio. Gross profit, under particulars write gross profit. Prepare this format, okay, in the books of Decor Limited, statement showing profit prior to and post incorporation, particulars, basis, ratio, total. Pre incorporation, this side is debit side and other side is credit side. Post incorporation, amount, this side is debit side and other side is credit side. Gross profit, basis, on which basis you are going to allocate gross profit? On the basis of sales. And what is the sales ratio? Sales ratio is 1:7. Total of gross profit is 1,92,000. Okay, so this 1,92,000 you are going to distribute on the basis of 1:7. So on your calculator you are going to type 1,92,000 multiply by 1 divided by 8. 8 means 1 plus 7, 8. And this 1 is for pre-incorporation and 7 is for post-incorporation. Now gross profit you are going to write in the credit side. Okay. So 1,92,000. So here you get 24,000 for pre, and for post you get 1,68,000. Okay. Next is managing directors remuneration. Next entry is managing directors remuneration. This entry we have to give to post. So no ratio. Amount of managing director remuneration is 10,100. So in debit side, under post incorporation, write 10,100. Next is preliminary expenses. This expenses is also to be allocated on the basis of post, and total is 1,500. 1,500. Next is rent. Rent we have to give on the basis of time. What is the time ratio? Time ratio is 1:3. 1:3. So time, total time is 9,600. Okay, so how you are going to distribute 9,000 to pre-incorporation and to post-incorporation? 9,600 multiply by 1 divided by 4. So whatever answer you will get for 1 you are going to allocate in the pre, and whatever answer you are going to get for post you are going to write in post entry. Okay, so rent 9,600 multiply by 1 divided by 4, you get 2,400 for pre-incorporation and 7,200 for post-incorporation. Okay. Now next entry is bad debts. Now bad debts, there is adjustment, bad debts. Okay, so third, bad debts. Bad debts, what is the adjustment? Total bad debts are 4,000. Okay, and down it is written that of which 1,400 related to book debt, created before 1st Jan 2019. Okay, so pre and post. Total bad debts are 4,000 and they are saying that 1,400 are related to before 1st Jan 2019. 1st Jan 2019, that is what date of incorporation, and this 1,400 is created before incorporation. That means from 1st October to 1st Jan 2019 is what period of pre-incorporation. So 1,400, okay, out of 400, 1,400 is related to pre, remaining is of post. Okay, so minus 4,000 minus 1,400, we get in post 2,600. So bad debts actual total 4,000 and 1,400 is created in pre-incorporation, and in post-incorporation 2,600. Okay. Next is administrative salary. Administrative salary we have to distribute on the basis of time ratio. Administrative salaries, time ratio is 1:3. Total of time administrative salaries 24,000. So 24,000 multiplied by 1 divided by 4, we get 6,000 for pre-incorporation and 18,000 for post-incorporation. Next entry is interest on debentures. Interest on debentures. This entry we have to give in post. Write post. Total of debenture is 12,000. Directly write under post in debit side 12,000. Next is depreciation on plant. Depreciation on plant. This entry we have to give on the basis of time ratio. Time ratio is 1:3 and total of debentures on plant is 7,200, and this 7,200 we have to give on the basis of time ratio. That means in pre for 1 and for post we have to give by 3. Okay, so 7,200 multiply by 1, we get, divided by 4, we get, in pre-incorporation we get 1,800, and 7,200 multiply by 3 divided by 4, for post-incorporation we get 5,400. Okay, now hope you are understanding. We just have to distribute this income and expenses on the basis of the ratio. After depreciation on plant, we have office expenses, and office expenses we have to give on the basis of time ratio. So office expenses total is 3,600. Office expenses, this we have to give on the basis of time ratio, and ratio is 1:3. Total is 3,600. So 3,600 multiplied by 1 divided by 4. So in pre-incorporation we get 900, and for post we get 2,700. After office expenses we have formation expenses, and formation expenses we have to distribute on the basis of post incorporation. Formation expenses post, total of formation expenses is 4,800. So write down directly in post incorporation. Next is commission on sales. Now commission on sales we have to distribute on the basis of sales ratio. Under basis, write sales. What is the sales ratio? 1:7. 1:7. And total of commission on sales is 7,200. So 7,200 we have to multiply by 1 divided by 8. So for pre-incorporation it is 900 and for post-incorporation it is 6,300. Next is telephone charges. Telephone charges we have to give on the basis of time ratio. Telephone charges time ratio, and time ratio is 1:3. And telephone charges total amount is 4,800. And so 4,800 distribute for on the basis of time ratio for pre-incorporation, post-incorporation. For pre-incorporation we get 1,200 and 3,600 we get for post-incorporation. After telephone charges we have advertisement. Advertisement we have to distribute on the basis of sales ratio. Sales ratio is 1:7. 1:7. Advertisement total is 8,400. So 8,400 multiply by 1 divided by 8. So whatever amount you get you write in pre-incorporation. So in pre-incorporation, out of 8,400, 1,050 is for pre-incorporation and remaining amount is of post-incorporation, 7,350. Next, after advertisement we have traveling expenses. Traveling expenses again we have to allocate on the basis of sales ratio. Sales ratio is 1:7 and total of traveling expenses is 16,800. So distribute 16,000 by 1:7. So 16,800 multiply by 1 divided by 8. Whatever amount you get you write in pre-incorporation. So 2,100 is of pre-incorporation and 14,700 is of post-incorporation. Next is interest to vendors. Now there is adjustment on interest to vendor. So interest to vendor. Okay, so what is interest to vendor adjustment? It's a total interest to vendor is 8,000. Okay, total interest to vendor is 8,000. They said that 6% on 2 lakh rupees from 1st October 2018 to 31st May 2019. Now calculate the month from 1st October to 31st May 2019. Total there are 8 months. Okay, so interest on this interest to vendor will be what? 8,000, because 2 lakh rupees multiply by 6 divided by 100 multiply by 8 divided by 12 months, you will get interest to vendor 8,000. And this 8,000 we have to distribute in pre-incorporation and in post-incorporation. So now this adjustment in for interest to vendor we have to write the 3 dates. Okay, so date of purchase, date of purchase, date of incorporation, date of incorporation, and date of settlement. Settlement means the end date. Okay, so date of purchase of this Decor Limited is what? 1st October 2018. Date of incorporation is what? 1st Jan 2019. And settlement date was what? 1st October 2018 to 31st May 2019. So last date of interest is what? 31st May 2019. Okay. Now see, from date of purchase to incorporation, how many months? 3 months. That means these 3 months are already of what? Pre-incorporation. And after 1st Jan 2019, we start with post incorporation period. So from 1st Jan to 31st May 2019, how many months? 5 months. 5 months. That means for 3 months, okay, interest will be for pre-incorporation, and for 5 months the interest will be of post-incorporation. So ratio of on 8,000 we have to distribute for pre-incorporation and for post-incorporation. So on this ratio 3:5 we have to distribute 8,000 rupees. So for pre-incorporation divided by 8. So this for pre-incorporation amount will be 3,000 rupees, and for post-incorporation 8,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 8. How I got 8? By 5 plus 3, 8. Okay. So I get 5,000. Okay. So 3,000 interest is of pre and 5,000 is of post. Okay. So here write interest to vendor. Actual total is 8,000 rupees, and out of this 8,000 rupees 3,000 we have to give to pre-incorporation and 5,000 we have to give to post-incorporation. And last after interest to vendor we have dividend on share. Dividend on share. This entry we have to give on the basis of post incorporation. So this total of dividend is 20,000. Write directly under 20,000. Okay. So all the entries we have passed. Now we have to find the net profit. Okay. So whatever profit you earn in pre-incorporation, that profit will be called as capital profit, and whatever profit you are going to earn in post-incorporation, it will be called as revenue, revenue profit. Okay. So now close the statement of profit prior to incorporation, post incorporation. So the total of credit side is 1,68,000, and add all this thing, add the debit side. So you will get debit side less and credit side more. Whatever is the difference will be your revenue profit, okay, of post incorporation. So difference you will get as 46,750. 46,750. So total of credit side and total of debit side. So credit side is big and debit side is less. So whatever is the difference, this will be called as revenue profit. Okay, write your net profit. So now close pre-incorporation total is 24,000. Add all this thing or add all values in pre-incorporation debit side and less with 24,000, and whatever is the difference will be capital profit. So difference is 3,250, and this will be called as capital profit, and close it. Now see, debit side of pre-incorporation, credit side of pre-incorporation is same. For post-incorporation, debit side 1,68,000, credit side 1,68,000. So total of this both 3,250 and 46,750 is what? 50,000. So 50,000 is what? A net profit. Okay, so here we have solved this example of Decor Limited. In the books of Decor Limited, the statement showing profit prior to incorporation and post incorporation. In this way you have to solve this example. Okay, I hope you have understood how to solve profit prior to incorporation and post incorporation. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share the video, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the latest notification.